You're welcome back. Let's talk about the types of elderly abuse. In essence, elder abuse involves the use of power and control to harm the well being and status of an older person. Although there are common themes of elder abuse across nations, because of various cultures, but elder abuse differs within nation according to the history, the culture, and the economic strength of older people, as well as the way older people are perceived in some environment. So we have several types of elder abuse which are generally recognized. These include physical abuse, eating, punching, slapping, burning, pushing, kicking, restraining, forcibly imprisoning or confining or giving excessive or improper medication or withholding treatment or medication from the older person. Psychological abuse, e.g., humiliating a person. A perpetrator may identify something that matters to an older person and then use that knowledge to coerce an older person into a particular action. The abuse may take verbal forms such as yelling, shouting, blaming, accusing, name calling, ridiculing, or constantly criticizing, or taking non-verbal forms such as ignoring, churning treatment, treating with silence, or withdrawing affection. It can be financial abuse, also known as financial exploitation or economic abuse. This involves misappropriation of financial resources by family members, caregivers, or strangers, or the use of financial means to control the person or facilitate other types of abuse. Also, failure to pay financial support to impoverished elders in jurisdictions which have filial responsibility law, such as in France, Germany, and most of the United States, is an abuse. We have sexual abuse, which is forcing a person to take part in any sexual activity without consent, including forcing them to participate in conversation of a sexual nature against their will, which may include situation where the person is no longer able to give consent, like dementia. It can be neglect, e.g., depriving a person of proper medical treatment, food, eat, clothing, comfort, or essential medication, or depriving a person of needed services to force certain kinds of action, financial or otherwise. Neglect can include leaving unattended an older person who is at risk, for example, from a fall. The deprivation may be intentional, active neglect, or happen out of lack of knowledge or resources, which is passive neglect. In addition, in some states in the United States, the law would also recognize the following as elder abuse: abandonment, deserting a dependent person with the intent to abandon them or leave them unattended long enough to endanger their health, wealth, or welfare, or their general well-being. Rights abuse, denying the civil and constitutional right of a person who is old but not declared by a court to be mentally incompetent. This is an aspect of elder abuse increasingly being recognized by nations now. Self-neglect, neglecting oneself and not caring about one's own health, well-being, or safety. Self-neglect, harm by self, is treated as conceptually different than abuse. Harm by others, elder self-neglect can lead to illness, injury, or even death. Common needs an older adult may deny themselves or ignore include the following: sustenance, food or water, cleanliness, bathing and personal hygiene, activities of daily living, adequate clothing for climate protection, proper shelter, adequate safety, clean and healthy surroundings, medical attention for serious illnesses and essential medications. Self-neglect is often created by an individual's declining mental awareness or capability. Most times, some older adults may choose to deny themselves some health safety benefit, which may not be self-neglect. This may simply be their personal choice. So, caregivers and other irresponsible individuals must honor their choices when it comes to that. If older adult is of sound mind, in other instances, the older adult may lack the needed resources as a result of poverty or other social condition. This is also not considered self-neglect. So, institutional abuse refers to the physical or psychological harm as well as right violations in setting where care and assistance is provided to dependent, older adults, or others, such as nursing home. And I want you to know, recent studies of approximately 2,000 nursing home facility residents in the United States reported a growing abuse rate of 44% and neglect of up to 95%, making elder abuse in nursing home a growing danger. Exact statistics are rare due to elder abuse in general and specifically in nursing home being a silent condition. So see you in the next video.